is a lot more difficult because you also have to always hit the translate. And what has been circulating is that Burkina Faso is involved. And I'm praying to heaven and earth that that is true. Because if that is true, that's enough excuse to go and fix things over there. Because I've been telling people, Nigeria's security is in the Sahel. The entire security of the West Africa is in the Sahel. And these people need to be out of there. Now, I'm happy that ECOMOG has been fully deployed because now ECOMOG will not just deploy and then go home. They will spend some time there, maybe a month or two, of course, on the invitation of the Beninois government. But I'm praying that Chief of Defense Staff convinces the president to also diplomatically convince Beninois to let the troops stay there for a bit longer to combat JNIM on behalf of Benin. Yes, we'll be there, but we'll help to support the same way we are supporting them. If you notice, they are the ones calling the shots. If they tell us hit this position, we are the one hitting because we are guests. We don't want to look like we're the ones, but also we also advise them that maybe we should hit this or not. If they disagree, we can't force them. Do you understand? But I mean, they'll most likely listen to us because, of course, we have better troops and stuff. But if they don't want us to hit a certain location, we will oblige them. But now is an opportunity to use that place as a staging ground for Nigeria's wider geopolitical counter-terror operations. It's an opportunity because if Nigeria intervened in Niger, Nigerian troops in conjunction with Nigerian troops would have been knocking off all these people. It's not a matter of we need to get permission from Niger to go into their border anymore. They're already there. So they have nowhere to run. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They have nowhere to run. If they run to Niger, they die. If they run to Nigeria, they die. Or a wider anti or counter-terror operation region. And I'm happy Ghana has sent their own troops. I'm happy Cote d'Ivoire has sent their own troops. And again, this is not the first intervention. No. You people, the only reason why this one is popular and people are shouting is because our military were involved and they actively sent force. Do you know that we intervened in Senegal? The reason that young man today is in office because of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. No that and no peace. I remember when that man was running, a lot of them were obedient, yes, mostly obedient, and I'll say it because I know you people are trying to wash your hand clean, but your hand is stained with nonsense. Obedient were one of the people pushing it, using it to slight Nigeria. Look how young their president is. Look how old their own guns, and they were using it against us. That it's going to be the next Traore. Meanwhile, they were nowhere to save the man when the man was in prison. It was Nigeria that saved him because the president of the day wanted to increase his term to for a third term in Senegal. It was the Nigerian delegation by Nigerian pressure, also via ECOWAS, but mostly a Nigerian-led effort that stopped that third term bid and upheld and made sure that the elections were held in Senegal. That brought this man out of prison, and now it's in power today. That is why when doing his inauguration, Nigeria was the guest of honor. There are other heads of state there, but Tinubu was the guest of honor. He was literally standing beside him on the podium when he was giving his inaugural speech. That's Senegal. So one you can solve with military force, some you don't need military force. Senegal, but we gave the Cote d'Ivoirians. Cote d'Ivoire also dodged the coup d'etat. You people don't know because it was quiet. The same way the one was also quiet, low-key. Although we said allegedly, so if my country says it didn't happen, then let's pretend it didn't happen for the sake of national security. So that's another one. And for you people, Tinubu is not doing what is strange. Buhari went to Yaya Jammeh. He flew jet in Yaya Jammeh. Okay, Yaya Jammeh was a 6-time president. He didn't need permission. It's not every instance. Some of you people are one-track minded and you know what you're doing. In certain instances, Nigeria does not need permission to go into an ECOWAS state. Why? Because you had a president that lost an election and Yaya Jammeh did not want to leave. He didn't want to leave. So Nigeria had to step in and flew to and what I'm saying is not these are things you can work on.
Emo, can you hear me? You're cutting in and out.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Check your network. We're hearing you actually, but you're cutting in and out in the last few seconds.
Okay, I said that this is not the first time Nigeria has intervened. We intervened in Senegal, which I've already explained extensively. We intervened in Cote d'Ivoire recently, which this was all done last year. Okay, so Nigeria has actually stopped multiple coup d'etats before it was even initiated. The Senegal situation would have ended up being a coup d'etat. That is why we made sure that there was a constitutional handover of power and not a subversion of the constitution of that a president that wants to be sit tight. Okay? So when Nigeria deals with encourages only sit tight presidency, no, go and check it in ECOWAS history. We remove him African country or in West Africa, first constitution legally. But once he has done it legally to change the constitution, there's nothing ECOWAS can do because it's on the mandate of the people that he changed the constitution. He didn't unilaterally do it. So once that has happened, Nigeria can't do anything. The only way to get rid of that person is to vote him out. But if you use a military dictatorship, we are going to step in because military overthrow is dilapidating and destabilizing the entire region. That is ECOWAS position consistently, and we've been doing it before, not today, not tomorrow. We've been doing it for a long time. Obasanjo intervened under ECOMOG. Buhari has intervened. Tinubu is intervening. I'm not sure if Goodluck or Jonathan intervened also. So this is not new. It's not making it sound like Tinubu invaded a country when Nigeria has been going to other countries. Even when we had terrorism problem, Buhari still went to sort out is it Gabon or Gambia's problem? To conflate success of Nigeria to Tinubu because they can't afford you to be happy with Tinubu because it's going to go against their own political interests. And I'm asking myself, at what cost? You must rubbish your country because you're afraid of Tinubu gaining some little popularity from something that he was supposed to do? That is why they are opposing it, Mazi. That is why they're attacking the president. They don't want the president to be popular. Because things like this, all over the world, tends to make the president of the day or the dictator of the day popular. And they can't afford their own.
I think let me even, this is my conspiracy theory, right? It's not, but I think people are trying to make Yoruba people test the heat of terrorism, like the way Northerners have tested it, Southeast have tested it.
It's not that. The north of Benin, they are, like, look at the map of Africa. The further north you go, the more Islamic oriented they are. And me as a Muslim, I don't think the average Muslim wants that to happen to a non-believer or a non-Muslim person. If that Muslim is thinking that way, that is not a Muslim. That is an evil person. He's a jinn, and he has been possessed by jinn, possessed by serious jinn, and they need to do serious prayers. Go to Ileke or go to a mosque and do serious prayers so that jinn will leave your body. If you know what a jinn is, you know. Also, my fellow Muslims. So that's a possession by jinn. You say when Christians say possession by the devil, that's not Christian. That's not what Islam teaches us. We cannot be wishing such a thing on our fellow people, whether Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Christian, Muslim, whatever. That is evil. That is evil. If anything, you should be asking for help. This is an opportunity for Benin. Benin right now has a very golden opportunity to wipe out terrorists from its own neighborhood. I'm telling you, now that ECOMOG is fully on ground, they should just say, okay, we've gotten rid of the coup plotters and their supporters. Nigeria should just tell them that, since that we're here, can we help you remove the terrorists? And the funny thing is that it won't be a foreign power like French military base or American military base. It's your own brothers. Meaning, when we are done with what we are doing, we are going home. We're not coming here to take your resources. You understand? That's one thing people in geopolitics don't understand about Nigeria. Nigeria does not behave like a typical regional hegemon. Go and check it all over the world. Nigeria does not behave like that. When it comes to when we help other African countries, we don't take a pound of flesh from them. Most of the time. I don't think there's ever been a time when Nigeria took a pound of the flesh of an African country that we assisted militarily or diplomatically. I don't think so. And if there's any, come and tell me. We've helped a lot of African countries and we did not colonize them. If this was Asia, you think China will not take their pound of flesh? You think India won't take their pound of flesh? Or Pakistan won't take their pound of flesh? Or you think Japan won't take their pound of flesh? Or Indonesia won't take their pound of flesh for helping you? Even in the Middle East, you think Saudi Arabia, they helped Qatar, you think they don't take their pound of flesh? Nigeria does not behave like a typical regional hegemon. Nigeria is an aberration. Because look how powerful we are, and we are being so benevolent. We're not occupying, we're not annexing. Even when we had the opportunity to take the whole of Chad, where their capital, we didn't take it, went back home. You think today we can't take the whole of southern Niger? We'll take it, they can't do shit about it. Well, look, I'm not surprised. We have a mixture of obedient people that, if he makes the president looks good, they're against it. Even if it's in favor of the country. That is the logic. So once you know that logic, do not be shocked why these people are anti-Tinubu. And not just obedient, ADC people. On the marify low-key people that are pretending.
Okay.
I think so.
Round up here since morning. Today I sit at home. I go look for it. I go myself.
Yeah.
Round up.
Thank you. Yeah. So I want to thank the president and the armed forces for doing their duty, because this was not just to help Benin only. It was also our own selfish strategic interest to go in there, because the pattern has shown it that military overthrow is destabilizing and ends up making things worse, especially with our counter-terror objectives. It makes things worse. And I've put the map on the Jumbotron. Look at the map. The whole of Burkina Faso is consumed by JNIM. Look at Mali. Literally surrounded. Look at it. Literally surrounded. Like I was telling people, the map is there. And look at now Benin. Benin is the front lines, and now they're spilling over into Nigeria. And you think Nigeria will be looking. We'll be looking so that we'll be dealing with Middle Belt. We'll be dealing with JNIM in the western part of Middle Belt. We'll be dealing with in the northwest. In the northwest, we'll be dealing with ISWAP. In Boko Haram, we'll be dealing with that one in the northeast. Then we'll be dealing with idiot IPOP in the southeast, Abi. So Nigeria is fighting everybody everywhere. Man, you people are dumb. You are very dumb, and I'm not surprised at how dumb you are anymore, because I think I've gained a minute of being shocked how stupid people can be on X, because X is a place for stupid people to be saying nonsense. Thank you very much.
God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. Thank you. Jagaban. Okay. Ashwaju Alpha. Good evening, sir. Good afternoon. The fact that you will go, Ashwaju is said for you now. Aswaju, can you hear me?
Is it me? Are you talking about me?
Yes, Aswaju. Say your name, not Aswaju. Go ahead.
I'm used to calling you Oluwatigbemiga. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I've been here since morning, off and on, and everything. I've heard everything I've said, and everybody has spoken rightly. And the point I want to address now is the issue of this obedience. They have one trademark. They will come to your space or to your comment and gaslight you. And if you are not careful, they will turn the narrative around and make you now look like the wicked person or the evil person. I love the way everybody call out the BS of that obedience. I was trying to pontificate that post me any obedience. I'm on every obedience platform, or to play some kind of reverse psychology with us here. That is their trademark. That is what they know how to do best. They will blackmail you emotionally, they gaslight you. You'll not be feeling like you don't have to question yourself. Am I doing the bad thing? I'm the wicked person here, or I'm the evil person here. That is their trademark. And the kind of politics they are playing is a devilish one, evil politics. Anything good about Nigeria doesn't matter to them. I was here when Ayo was trying to bite his own tongue this in the afternoon or earlier, and he was saying this in the same mouth he would say it's corruption, in the same mouth he would say it's this, in the same mouth he say it's that. But he stay in one place now, make one that thank you. Stay in one position, make the strong that will strike to catch you. There is one one that was engaging me today. I said, Nigeria will be the end of you. I posted this thing. He now said that I think when the invitation comes to the nation, you know what I'm saying? Should I tell him that where is the invitation? And I said, bro, please, let me answer this Oga. Grow on tell and say on the invitation of ECOWAS and this also Nigeria intervene, and that this guy will now come and he said, why didn't I say anything about it? That I am so empty. I just laughed, Baba. I cannot be wasting my words on you when AI can do it for me easily. Now you don't see who they empty between me and you. We are talking an invitation. You talking an invitation. No, God don't say my invitation. And you see they call me empty. You see how they work. You see how they. These are their own age. So these are the people they call their people that they get brain. Even the David or doing your ability or doing ability they call them. That one will just come up with one kind of conspiracy theory. You just play back. What is wrong with this guy? But this guy, one guy said yesterday that when Tinubu or when the government is ready for him, that they will package him like shawarma and deliver him to Kirikiri. And I know that they are still looking at things like, okay, they are dealing with a lockdown, the American, the security and everything. We don't have time for small fries. But seriously, jokes apart, I don't care if they have to call Tinubu dictator or anything. I think the recklessness of media outlets, citizens on dishing out misinformation and doing it with some kind of reckless arrogance on internet, especially on X, is becoming unbecoming. And something has to be done to it. I think we passed cyber security laws. Are these laws not in effect again? Because people will just come with clear misinformation or disinformation and they will put it out with their full chest without anything. I love the guy that spoke earlier and I was attacking someone. He did it with his full chest. That you, I know you. I call the same out and he's attacking me. Do it with your full chest. But he has facts. He has gathered his own evidence against him. But these people will just come, think something in their head. That was how the other one said the other time that Tinubu does not want CG Musa to clear the insurgency. That's why they took him out. In less than 24 hours, they made the same man Minister of Defense. So someone now say, let's see where you dribble the ball to now. And this is the kind of text that they bring to the internet. And you will see people with blue tick, people that will put PhD in front of their name, doctor. You will see them running with this kind of crazy idea. You don't have to ask yourself that what type of training or what kind of research or what kind of education are these people getting? Is it that they just get done when they join that club or that court they call obedient, their brain doesn't work functionally again? And that is why someone would gladly say, oh, since Tinubu came, he has not done anything. What has he done? Tell me one thing he has done. Abba now, are you blind? Are you deaf? So if you can't see, you cannot hear me. They just said our reserve cost 45 billion USD now for the first time in 6 years. But let one be there, come and butter down that in the news. He will tell you, Asu, would that turn to Gary for me? Would I buy a bag of rice? The way they will water down, or let Alex Unti put a or make a bus of. You see them say, hey, is it not best thing after slice bread and everything? And you just look at it as I think you're crazy or something. It's like something is wrong with these people. As they will tell with someone who will make a Blu-ray and we want to start another red or yellow or anything, they will say they water it down like it's nothing. Why somebody is building just a bus stop or will just make a new road of less than 10 kilometers and they will now be celebrating like, this will see the best thing, this man, he has 10 heads. Okay, running down. So I'm just trying to say that they know what they are doing, like someone has said. They do this intentionally. Some of them know that what they are saying is wrong or it's not the right thing. But I want us to be conscious enough to know that it's gaslighting. They want to gaslight you. The president has done well. He has intervened when he's supposed to do. And if he has done this, like somebody rightly said, I don't think the presidency or the president or the government of Niger specifically requested for any support at that time of the year. If they have, and the president can have a battle, because at the end of the day, the last person will be ICC. And he needs to have something, maybe like a phone record, something, or a letter or a telegram that can say that this country actually requested for our support and will render the support. I don't think they have that. If they have, and something, but then during that period, the pressure was more from the northern elite. They were all over TV and radio station. They listen to our brothers, they were cousins, and they were in-laws. I think the president is going to be attacking citizens there. No doubt. But we all know the drama. We all know the game they are playing. Now the same people now are calling around. Why don't we go to this? Why don't da 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 da? The government has done right. At least you have been able to save another war fund from the southwest or south north central or something. We can't be facing IPOB from southeast, facing ISWAP of Lakurawa, Boko Haram from the northwest and northeast and all that, and we want to add another one from the south to southwest. Then we are doomed. So we thank God for that. That one has been curtailed now. And like somebody suggested, if you take it further, let us be doing it. Let us reclaim the countries one after the other. Maybe they should take on Burkina Faso next. Then that Niger we can still come back to it because it's very important to our security in the northern part of the country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, KB people were there for this space. KB people were there for this space. So when I go to okay, I've been waiting the warrior. 10 billion for Hajj. 10 billion naira for Hajj. 10 billion. 10 billion for Hajj. I mean, the thing saying that thing na fake news. I just the soft my tone in the morning where I see the news. It has been confirmed. 10 billion for Hajj. KB. Sabina be the state they kidnapped school girls the other day. 10 billion for Hajj. 10 billion for Hajj. 10 billion. What think they worry these people? Oh goodness. I'm tired of talking. Tired. Defender, please go ahead.
Mazi, better not give yourself attention. No, just trouble yourself. That's what I tell you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mazi. It sounds like 30 billion for the account, you 10 billion for ad, you. Anyways, the video go sing another one remix for Gombe people, Kirby people also. You see, make I try to pick my words so that this I'll not be everywhere. First of all, I made a tweet a few minutes ago about the types of patriotic. When people shout, I'm a patriotic Nigerian, then that patriotism is not really what it is. First of all, there are three types of patriotic Nigerians who claim to be patriotic. First of all, the ones that would side with coupist led countries against Nigeria because they are disgruntled against the administration, and so they will not care if the country falls, and they will side with a foreign alien or alien forces against their so-called beloved Nigeria. That is the first set of patriotic Nigerian, so-called patriotic Nigerian. The second is the type that would side with Nigerian government against coupist-led government in another country against the interest and stability of Nigeria. That is another set of patriotic Nigerians, and that falls under the current discussion Benin Republic. Those who sided with Nigerian government against the coupists in Benin Republic, which is also a force to stabilize or destabilize Nigeria directly or indirectly. If we have a foresight and a deep thinking, this is beyond just Nigeria having to help another country around it, but Nigeria actually also securing its own border and protecting its own territorial integrity, stability, continuity, and progress. So in all of that, it's all for the interest of Nigeria. The first one I stated are those who sided with Niger Republic over Nigeria's interest and security stability. And we can see a surge of instability after the president had backlash from a few persons or some persons who sided with the coupists in Niger Republic rather, and we can see a surge of terrorists intruding into Nigeria with different armed proliferations. That being said, the third one is the jihadist patriotic Nigerians. Yes, the jihadist patriotic Nigerians are not different from the first one, who sided against Nigeria with the coupists. What they want is they want a country of Nigeria that would become Islamic Republic of Nigeria. That is their own goal. So they side with the agenda that falls within that range for them. Now, that being said, where am I going to? I'm trying to actually clarify and break down the various type of patriotism that we tend to sell or project to people. Any interest that is against Nigeria interest is not patriotic. That is the definition of what a patriotic Nigerian should be. If you are actually for the disorganization, the stability of Nigeria, that is not patriotism. Working and supporting silently, implicitly or explicitly in any form, in any way, any forces that is against the continuity or progress of Nigeria is not patriotism. That being said, there have been various heads of states in Nigeria and presidents who have intervened in international conflicts, such as Sierra Leone, ECOMOG in Sierra Leone, in time of Abacha as well, Liberia civil war, ECOMOG, and Nigeria having the largest force in the ECOMOG, stabilizing that country. And in the case of Benin Republic, this is not an invasion, as the propagandists and agendists have tried to project and portray it to the international domain of public space, that Nigeria actually invaded another sovereign state. That is not it. This is upon an invitation. And even at that, Nigeria also holds itself the responsibility to stabilize the country in Africa. Nigeria has played a bigger or a big brother of Africa for a long time, even in the apartheid in South Africa. So this is not a case of invasion, because invasion should actually be seen and defined as an act of actually annexing another country, a sovereign country, or dictating the rulership or leadership in that country from another country. That would be an invasion. So you don't have to have a physical invasion military-wise before you can talk about what an invasion is. But I was so surprised to have an argument with somebody who portrays himself to be a critical thinker on the TL, saying that invasion is the same thing as invitation. We all understand that invasion and invitation are two different things. And when somebody invites you to their own, that means that you are welcomed. But when somebody invades without an invitation, that is intruding. So those are two different things. So I just want to say and thank the Nigerian government for actually not allowing people to gaslight them with not having to intervene in Benin Republic. If we had intervened, if Buhari had had the courage to intervene in Niger Republic, we would probably not be having a surge of insecurity at this time. And we are now paying for that mistake of having a sentiment towards an ethnic group that has an extension of you in another country. That is part of the problem they are having. And there are people that actually want a instability in Yoruba land or Southwest or Lagos, because Badagry is next to Benin Republic. Definitely they know that by the time Benin Republic falls, definitely we will be having factions of military coup d'etat or juntas who will be scrambling for various territory to control in Benin Republic by now. And by then, we'll be having terrorists actually invading those countries and coming through those entry or border into Nigeria. Nigeria will now be almost helpless because our military will be so stressed out and Nigeria will be unsafe for everybody. No part of the country will be a buffer zone for anybody to even stay, for them to cool off, for Nigeria to push back on the insecurity, both in the north, in the south, in the west, in the Midwest, and whichever center of the country, wherever you are. So if some people actually want Lagos to actually burn so that they can say, oh, there's insecurity in Southwest too, there's insecurity in that side too, oh, there's insecurity here too, there are terrorists here too. Some people just want a false equivalence of what they see around them to actually occur in other places. But that should not be the mindset of patriotic Nigerians. The mindset should be, how are we going to solve the problem that is going to be a larger problem for all of us? It is the attitude of, consign me, consign me, consign me. That is how the insurgency in the north grew this bigger. I don't care. It's not affecting me. Now it is touching almost everybody now. Everybody is scrambling for safety. Our lawmakers too are now feeling the heat after the president ordered and some of our VIPs ordered the retrievals of our policemen from VIPs. Now everybody now remembers that no place is safe. They are now speaking to the issue, now calling for the state police. They are rejected at some point. Now nobody is safe. I just want to say a very big thank you to our military, the Nigerian force, and everybody who is patriotic enough to support and side with Nigeria, not siding with coupists and outside forces that are trying to topple Nigeria and bring it to its knees, change the constitution to Islamic Republic of Nigeria, and convert Nigeria to a different state entirely. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Oh, God, thank you. So, Yamufa, are you there? Can you hear me? Yamufu Ngoke Nugu, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hey, Mazi, good evening.
Can you hear?
I did. No, I know me. I beg, no verse. They come in, they go out. Because today and Monday, we're kind of busy, yeah? So that's why. But quickly, I'll just take maybe 1 minute or less just to say what happened yesterday. I have a different opinion from the background I'm coming from. It's a good one that President Tinubu intervened. Yes, it's a good one. At least it's one of the things that he did, which I can appreciate under his regime. Yeah. And because if that has not happened, we don't know what would have been the state. Yeah. But then it also showed me, and a kind of a pointer, that the way he quickly moved out to save the situation, I believe he can also do the same with the issues we're having, insecurity we have all over the country. He should please, I am now begging him, please, to quickly do the same. No more protocols, no more discussion, no more meeting before he will strike all the people in our bushes in the north, east, south, all over the places. The way he just, in fact, the response yesterday, when I was reading the news that army underway taking control of the place or something, stuff like that, the next thing I heard, the strike and the situation being saved. Please, he should do the same. We don't have to be waiting for other countries to come and save Nigeria. It shows that we have everything. We have all the arsenal. If they can carry out that airstrike precision without anything that somebody is coming up today to say, no, you got it right.
la la la.